Yo, what is up? It is your boy Owen Chow, and today we are going to talk about why I hate school but love education. As you can see, I have a couple of notes here. So pretty much what happens is, right, we are born into this world, right, pop out of our mom's vagina, okay, right, and we go to kindergarten, we go to primary school, and then we go to intermediate. Now, that's all fine and dandy, alright, I'm fine with that. You know, in kindergarten you learn how to, learn your ABCs, how to count to 1 to 10, whatever. Practical, pretty practical for our modern society. Primary school, pretty much the same thing. You kind of just build your creative mind, your intellect, drawing and stuff, all kinds of good shit. Intermediate comes by, and it's kind of just learning how to be social, I guess. Learning the social hierarchies and everything. So that's all good and dandy. It's starting to get a little bit. There's little nuances of, waste of time subjects, I guess, or classes, but predominantly it's still pretty beneficial. So then by the time you hit high school, I personally feel like that's when everything starts to go downhill, right? You start to learn shit like quadratic equations or fucking algebra. By the time you're in your last year of high school, you're pretty much just there to pass, right? You're not actually learning anything different anymore. You're just memorizing all the tests, all the answers just to pass, just to get university entrance, or just finish high school. And then by that time most of us are 18 years old, or at least turning 18, and we're expected to be out there independent in this world and fend for ourselves, become individuals. We're expected to be a man or a woman. Now that's fair enough, okay, that's fair enough as well, right? Biologically speaking, by the time you're 18 you're pretty much in like the prime of your youth, or at least getting to it, and that's fair enough. You're expected to be independent. But in the years leading up to that, in no way, shape or form are we taught how to be a man or a woman, right? And we're not even given the necessary skills to learn how to thrive in a society like this. So I truly believe that if we changed how and what we learned in those 5 years of high school, we would all be in the society right now thriving versus just surviving. And the thing is, it's not impossible, okay? There are people out there who were not taught skills on how to be a leader, right? How to influence people. There were people who weren't taught how to interact with women, how to interact with the same sex even, and build strong, real relationships, right? People who weren't taught how to be financially independent and automate their income, manage their finances. People who weren't taught how to work out, how to build the physique that they want and how to eat healthy. But because they weren't taught these things, right, they decided to spend the rest of their lives and dedicate their lives to mastering these aspects and these areas of success, and then in turn teach us how to do the exact same thing. I believe that these things are what we need to be learning to thrive in the society. And it is what we should be learning in school, right? For 5 years, we should be dedicating our time to mastering those kinds of things so that we can continue to live the life that we want. Not sitting in classrooms learning about fucking calculus or how the mechanics of a plant work or even fucking algebra. But in saying that, there are people out there who actually like those jobs, who actually like the traditional 9 to 5, being a doctor, being a lawyer, being an engineer, right? And I respect that. And obviously this talk or this speech isn't a one size fits all, right? It's just a size that fits the majority of us, because the majority of us aren't happy. And for people who do want to live those lives of just, being a doctor and, living the traditional well-trodden path that we are also familiar with now, props to them and respect to them. But leave those jobs up to the people who do want to do it, right? The people who do enjoy being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, whatever, right? Because just the other day I met someone who was actually happy being a dentist, and that was a breath of fresh air, okay? But I'm talking about people who feel like they have to, right? The ones who feel like in order to be accepted by society, to be accepted by their friends and their families, and most importantly, just to be accepted by themselves, they undertake these paths, but they're not really happy. And I believe that schooling systems stifle innovation, because the thing is that they have to mark it, and in order to mark it you need a guideline, and if something you do doesn't fit in their guideline, then you fail, right? It's an automatic cross. And this is destructive, especially in the arts department, because art is meant to be a portrayal of messages or perspectives that are not conventional, or at least include messages like these. So, for example, in photography, while the photos can be whatever the artist wants them to be, the placement and the style of how they're displayed is completely controlled by the teacher or the marker. Okay, so to conclude, I want to leave you here with an analogy that Lucas Duncan and my boy behind the camera here came up with. Say that success is like a poem that you write yourself, okay? And here's what I want you to do, okay? Open up your hand and imagine that each of your 5 fingers represents a subject that you take in school or did take in school. Now, envision what your ideal purpose or your dream purpose would be in the future, right? Now, don't be scared to aim high. And on your hand, put down every single finger / subject that isn't going to practically help you achieve that goal. So if I'm going to do this exercise with you and say I wanted to be a poetry writer, and I think about all the subjects that I've ever taken, only one subject would be left standing. So let me ask you, how is it fair that in a quote-unquote developed educational system, we're expected to write poetry with just one finger? See, that's the problem with the system, because in a functional educational system, ideally I'd still have all 5 fingers. Alright, so that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and you know, let me know what you think about this. Does this resonate with you, does it not? Because you know, we can put out more videos like these. And yeah, leave a comment, subscribe. If you have some chapstick, that'd be nice, because my fucking lips are straight up just dying right now. But other than that, peace.